y'all, welcome back. Welcome to the Lavender Book Company, and let's go ahead and answer some questions on the Kickstarter. Okay, so before I jump into any of the questions on the Kickstarter, because I can't even believe we're actually here now, it's so crazy. Make sure to subscribe and share this, please. I'm trying to get the word out on this Kickstarter, and I would just appreciate any support, and that includes just sharing about it and, encouraging others to go and see the campaign to see if it's something that they want to back and support. So I know I started my Kickstarter a day ago, 2 days ago, and a day ago. My mind. I started about a day ago, and I'm already at $376 last time I checked. My goal is $5,000. And that's just to purchase all the books for the initial run of starting my company. It's obviously a big cost to buy a bunch of books and hold an inventory. So that's what the cost is going towards. It's going towards those first run of books. And I did notice once I launched the Kickstarter campaign, some people had questions and they were kind of reaching out to me. So I wanted just to compile everything together and have just kind of one video where I could kind of direct people if they have any questions and hopefully kind of answer everything and iron anything out for you. So first off, if you have never heard of Kickstarter before, it's basically just a crowdfunding website, just like a GoFundMe, but it's just a little different. Kickstarter is more so for creative projects. So you have everything from games to books on there. So it's really anything creative. And there's tons of different things on there, and there are some really, really creative people out there. And so that's basically what it is. And Kickstarter is a little different from GoFundMe because it's an all or nothing campaign. So if I don't hit my goal that I set, then I don't get anything. So what it is you can go on and you can pledge a certain amount of money to a campaign. And you can pledge anything from $1 or up to whatever amount you feel comfortable with or that you'd like to donate. And if you just pledge money, then you're just pledging the money out of kind of the goodness of your heart. But there's also rewards tiers that the campaign owners can set up. And that's what I did because I wanted to make this really, really fun. And I wanted to do something really special for the people who are backing me right now at the very beginning. It's a very special thing, and it really means so much that people are willing to go online and pledge money to something that they haven't even touched yet, they haven't even seen yet, but it sends the message that they believe in what you're doing and they believe in you. And so it really, really means the world. When I opened up my Kickstarter, the first morning, it was at $56, and I started to cry because I just couldn't believe that people were willing to just jump on there like that and support me in something. And it's been kind of fun because a lot of my audience on Instagram has kind of really followed me through a lot of this journey and creating the book. And so it's been really fun now to kind of come towards this tail end and have this whole experience too. So it's really fun. For this campaign, it is running for 21 days. I set the time frame. Yes, does it put a lot of pressure on me to try to get a hit in 21 days? Yes. But I want to go Mach 10 on it. And I just want to shift into fourth gear. I want to put everything I have into this campaign and trying to get as much attention on it as possible. And honestly, it's a lot of energy to try to keep up for a long amount of time. So I feel like anything beyond 21 days, I feel like you just kind of lose momentum. You just lose steam, So it's just, so realistically, I can keep it up for 21 days. I can do my best to try to hit the goal and even potentially hit a stretch goal if possible, but obviously just hitting the goal would be awesome. And by hitting this goal, it would cover the entire cost of the books that I'm wanting to order for the initial run. So I have a printer that I met with, and I'm just so excited. I have a printer here. I met with them. It's a father and son printing company local to my state. I did have to drive a ways to go there, but it was no problem. I was more than happy because they were just amazing. And they've helped me. They've answered so many questions for me. So I'm very, very excited to work with them. And I hope to do many different books down the line with them as well. And that was what I was wanting to do. I was wanting to get a really good business relationship with the company. And thankfully, they're local, which is what I wanted. So I'm very excited at that. So I am working on kind of some final touch-ups on the book spreads. I'm going to send that off to them. And then as soon as the Kickstarter is done, if we hit our goal, then I can send them half of the deposit and then they can put the order in for the books. From that point on, it takes about 12 weeks for them to like send the order off, have it get printed, and then it ships back and everything. So, and that's pretty standard. So for launch date for the actual company, because all my Kickstarter backers will get the books as soon as I get them in to my possession, to my hands, then you guys will get them. So what I'm gonna do is in the meantime, while the books are being printed and all that stuff is being taken care of, I'm gonna have all the other things moving in the background. So I'm gonna have all the other rewards items being done. So then that way, when I actually get the books, as soon as I get them, I can just turn around and send them out. So I will have to emboss the books, like on the page, on the title page with my embosser, and then I'll have to stamp them, autograph them if that's what someone wanted, and just kind of include all the other things as well. So, but in the meantime, things will be working in the background while we're waiting on the books. So when it comes to the book itself, obviously I was hoping to have a sample of the book. A couple weeks ago, I was talking about being able to get a sample of the book, and that fell through because the company that I was originally going to go with, they sent me a quote for the books. I was happy about it. Asked them back for custom die lines to make sure my formatting was correct, and they left me on red. They did not respond to me, and that was after several emails. So I just decided, okay, I'm not going to do business with these people. So that's when I had to find someone new. And this new company, they don't do samples. They just don't really do that. So I got to go down and look at the samples that they've done. And so what I ended up picking was, so the book overall is going to be an 8x8 book. So it's going to be just like a small square book. It's going to have a matte finish on the cover. No dust sleeve, no, because I told him immediately I did not want one. Just from my own experience as a parent, I think they can be so annoying, just especially for kids' books. It's just very annoying. I have so many dust jackets flying around my house, and it's just very frustrating. So I said absolutely not to that. So, but it is gonna have that matte, really soft touch feel to it, which is what I wanted. It's also gonna have some gold foiling on it. And then the paper itself is going to be 100-pound paper. So it's a little bit of that nicer, thicker paper. So you are getting a higher quality book. And so that's why I'm honestly okay with waiting with the lead time, because I would much rather just wait a few extra weeks and get a really good book. And that's what I want to produce too. And I'm just very much the person where anything I put my name to, it just has to be exactly what I want. So I'm very okay with waiting. As bummed as I am, and as I was hoping to get it to people sooner, this is just how it works. This is how it is. So this is just the logistics of it all. Okay, so let's talk about some of the fun stuff. So with the rewards tiers, what I decided to do is there's 3 different rewards tiers. So if you choose the $10 level, then you'll get a shout out on my YouTube. So obviously I'm going to wait until the Kickstarter closes out. And then anyone who has contributed to the $10 amount, I'm going to compile all your names together, and you guys are going to get a big shout out in my YouTube video here as just a huge thank you and just acknowledgement for people who are willing to give their money to someone that they don't really know, but they believe in what they're doing. The next one is a $25 tier. So if you choose the $25 tier, you will get a copy of the book, and it will be autographed by me. And then the last one is a $50 tier. Now the $50 tier is a really fun one. So I tried to be really creative on it, and I wanted to do something just a little bit different, and I wanted to kind of play into the whole children's book aspect of it. So with the $50 tier, you will get an autographed copy, just like in the lower tier. But with this one, you do get I'm compiling a list of my favorite kind of all-time children's books as kind of like a checklist for your house. So which ones, so that way if you're kind of lost on which books to get next, or, thinking of some good books to have that will just kind of stand the test of time, this is going to be the list that you can kind of refer back to. So I'm going to compile it. Everything will be physical. So I'm not going to be sending anything digital. I want you guys to get everything physical together. I think it'll be a lot more fun that way. So I will have everything sent to you physically once all the books come in. So you'll get the full list of all those books, and I will have them broken down by age. And so I'm thinking I'm going to do from ages 0 all the way up to ages 8, maybe a little bit older. So I'm going to kind of see how big the list gets and see if it's kind of too overwhelming. But that's kind of my goal for that list. It's gonna be really fun to go through that list. I'm gonna be really excited. And then what's also really fun is that I created some coloring pages from my book for your kids to color. So you get to kind of follow Theodore on his journey, and your kids get to color in some of his really fun adventure scenes. And there's gonna be 5 coloring book pages. And then to just top it all off, I decided to raid Mother James's recipe book, and I got her to send 5 different recipes. And so you guys get to have her recipes from her, and I'm so very excited. And this is what I meant by I like to kind of play into the whole children's book aspect of it. It's just fun to kind of almost build this like little world around it. So, and there might be some other things that I kind of sneak in there last minute for the $50 tier, but those items are for sure. That's exactly what you're gonna get. As for when you would expect the books, if I'm able to get my order in right away, as I'm anticipating and I'm planning on, I don't see any hiccups there. As soon as I get that order in, it will be about 12 to 14 weeks from that time. So from when y'all will get your books, which is you guys will get them before launch date, so you'll get them before anybody else, that would be like end of January, about end of January. And then the launch date won't be for at least another few weeks after that, because I will have to like take product photos and like upload those and kind of do some other things too before I actually launch. So the actual launch date for the company probably won't be until February of 2024, but y'all would get the books before anybody else. I hope that answers most of y'all's questions. I know I tried to cover all my bases. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to answer, but I'm pretty sure that's it. If you have any other questions, please leave them down below. The Kickstarter will close out November 21st, and I think it's at 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So please share with friends and family. If it's something that you believe in, then definitely share it and let them know just kind of why you're wanting to back the campaign and why you enjoy the campaign and things like that. So I really appreciate everyone's support, even if you're just sharing. If you are a backer, I am so excited. I'm so pumped. I just can't wait for people to actually get the book, and especially after me being able to kind of see the samples and like feel the quality, it just makes me so very excited. So I just cannot wait to see what happens over the next 19 days, and I will see you guys then. Let me know any questions you have. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.